General, you were also the National Minister of Police when Jocelyn Smith got missing. Is Jocelyn Smith still alive?
The last question is?
Is Jocelyn Smith still alive?
This is a story of the little beautiful girl. The story comes and one goes to that place. It's somewhere in West Coast. What is that place?
Saldanha.
One goes there to cry with the parents and find out what is it. And then National Commissioner, Provincial Commissioner, we go to see the protected parent because the community has an issue with the parent, with mother from the very word go. From the very word go. You know, most of the time these communities can't lie. Yes, they do sometimes do wrong things as a mob. We go to see this. We go to see this mother, who is in the protection of the police. The first thing she asks is if the boyfriend is safe. Okay. You know, you've lost a child, but the first question you ask is that one. The second request you make is that if the boyfriend can come and join you so that he can be safe. Not absolutely nothing about the child. Nothing. And then when you ask, this boyfriend is not the father of the child. And then you say, there is something wrong. I said, National Commissioner, what kind of a mother that will lose a 6-year-old and ask about the boyfriend first? I said, in a very light way, we'll have to find the story. What is it here? When we went to see the father, after that we went to see the father now. And the father said, my story is that the mother knows what happens. This is the father now saying so. We went to see the grandmother, and the grandmother said knows. And then I think that was the angle from the police that followed. But I must also commend the community of that area. I've never seen such a formidable, united community around the matter. That community pushed everybody for something to happen. Then this theory of investigation, it was say the child has been kidnapped. It was about Inyanga. I'm sure you know what Inyanga is. It was about Inyanga, Muti, and all that kind of thing. So the theory of Muti, then the child should not be living once it's for that. A person was found to say so Inyanga, selling, and all that kind of thing. I don't know where police find the information. But there was a special team, honorable member, that was sent in Heathrow to search a boat, to search a ship. I think it took about 2 days searching that ship because somebody said she was put in that particular ship, but that ship was found in London or in Europe, whatever port where it was, and the child was not found. When one went there, community raised the issue again that police were a little bit like lackadaisic approach in dealing with the matter. I said, when this community is so much active and so much involved, police can take a reverse gear on it, go to it. And indeed, there were many police searching and all. It's where we were together with your leader, working on the matter and all that. One thing that I can say, that is one matter that was worked by everybody, politicians, community, law enforcement, Abefundisi, everybody really worked on it. But the question you are asking, after all this, and the mother found guilty. I don't know if Jocelyn is still alive. I wish she would. But even if she is alive where she is, I don't think her life will be a comfortable life. Because nobody could have taken her out of the parents to give her a better life than the parents, no matter what is the social status and standard of the parents. I don't want to say I don't have a hope, but I don't have information. After the judgment and the sentencing, police said they are continuing to search. I think that should continue until we find the final understanding what happened to Jocelyn.
Thank you, General. I think I agree with you. We should continue to search and do our best. We still have hope. General, you testified that you gladly accepted to stay for free at Mr. Matlala's apartment. Please share with us, what was your experience like there?
The experience of staying there, well, it was like staying in other hotel room. No special experience. It was just a hotel room as you would stay, because it forms the part of hotel there. So if it's not there, it's hired out as a room of the hotel. So it's just like sleeping in the hotel, like where I slept last night in the hotel.
So, General, that experience, you had it for free.
Hotel?
That experience, that's just like a normal hotel, you had it for free, no cent from you.
Yes, I did not pay.
Now, General, I put it to you that you did not have that experience for free. I put it to you that you did not have that experience for free. Someone paid for it.
Well, not that one I know.
I'll tell you who paid for it, General.
Okay.
Her name is Babita Deokaran.
Okay.
She paid for your free stay with her life.
Okay.
In your testimony, you say you know Mr. Matlala very well. When the evidence leader asked you, do you know Mr. Matlala? Your first response was, very well. Twice. What do you mean by that?
Well, I would have known him almost 3 months, and I would have spoken to him. That would be the kind of knowing the man that you have seen, you have spoken to.
But does that qualify as very well?
Well, it could not qualify very well. Maybe in the reflection, very well would have been an overarching kind of a term.
So you withdraw very well?
Very well would not stay. If I need to withdraw very well, definitely I'll take very well out.
Okay, General. You testified that you never, not once, sent text messages on WhatsApp to anyone. Is that true?
I stand by that.
Stand by that. Are you 100% sure, Honorable Minister?
I stand by that.
You testified that you only called Mr. Matlala 10 times. Is that true, or is it less or more than 10 times?
That was on a day. That was on one day, but I don't know how many overall.
Okay.
But definitely, as Honorable Member Julius, Honorable Member Malema said yesterday, 250, I would say not 250.
Not 250. You are 100% sure it is not between 200 and 250?
It definitely would not make that number.
What number would it make?
I don't know the number. I know the day's number.
May we please take Honorable Malema?
Minister, in your ministerial budget, your budget speech on the 11th of July 2019, you said 119.8 million was spent on deployments for Operation Thunder in the Western Cape and 18.5 million in addition for vehicles to Western Cape anti-gang unit. Yet gang-related deaths are increasing, and you quoted Justice Daniel Tulare, who states that the evidence shows that the 28 gang has captured SEPs on the highest levels and public prosecutors. So what reason would there be for putting so much money in something like that when there's totally no change?
Okay. Well, the chair is not here. I want just to take a step back on Mabonga before I come to this one.
Yes, sir.
You say I still spoke to Mabonga when I know that he was in prison.
No, I didn't say in prison, Minister.
What did you say?
Knowing what he's doing, and then afterwards meeting Mr. Matlala and getting to know what Mr. Matlala does, and you still continued a relationship with them.
But I said I know Mabonga that was arrested. That's what I said. And then you say on top of that I still met him.
Correct, but I didn't
because
say...
I want to come to you to say, but many of us here, we have spoken to people that have been in prison.
Absolutely, but when
that includes you.
Indeed.
Yes.
I do speak
then it can't be a crime to speak to somebody that has been in prison.
I never said it's a crime, Minister. Okay. But what I am angling the question to is that your stature in society, who you are, what positions you held, you meet the persons on the first time. Then you find out and know what the questionable issues are. Me, who meets people who went to prison, come to prison, if it is questionable, I'm not going to continue a relationship with them to the point of taking favors from them and so on. So it is from that angle that I come.
No, thanks. The point I wanted to make, and I've made it, is that it's not only me that meets person that has been in prison. That's the point I wanted to make. And you and me were concur on that point. So let's come to the question.
No, Minister, we can't move from that point. We must be very clear that the issue is not meeting with people who's in prison. It is meeting with people who is actively involved in crime.
Well, that's a new statement.
But that's the point we were making. Like you said in your testimony before, context and content. I was not dealing with verbatim.
No.
But I'm saying the content and the context that you and I are talking about is not just meeting someone who has gone to prison. It's about the activity of the people, and you know about it and continue the relationship.
The statement I made here is that I know he was in prison. And the question is that you still meet that person. I say many of us here, we have met people that have been in prison.
Okay, you still continue to have a relationship with the said persons?
Well, it's no more now.
Matlala is still.
Matlala was not in prison. I don't know Matlala in prison. You are talking about Mabonga. Why do you mix them?
No, as you continue, you say you then get to discover more about Mr. Matlala. And if Mabonga was still alive, you would still have had the relationship with him.
Who are we talking about?
Both.
Oh, okay.
And we have been speaking about both.
No. We have spoken about Matlala. So of late, we have been speaking about Mabonga. All the explanation of him killed, shooting and all, it has been Mabonga. So if he's still, your last question, if he's still alive, I would be still speaking to him. I don't know.
Can you remember me asking you, how did you meet Mr. Matlala?
Yes.
So we were speaking about Mr. Matlala right from the start, and then the connection, which is Mr. Mabonga.
No. It was separated. We did finish about Mr. Matlala and then we came to Mabonga.
But we spoke about both.
Well, so you say. That's fine.
Minister,
can I go back to the question you asked of the...
please.
The question says why I would put that money to these operations.
When there's clearly no change in terms of gangsterism, and you quoted a judge saying what's currently happening, that gangs has infiltrated the judiciary and SEPs. So that means over 100 million invested has not changed the situation in the Western Cape. Why would you continuously justify putting so much money in that particular program?
I guess that money is even far more now, Honorable Member. I don't know if that question says, and it means, don't put money at all there and let them kill one another. Because the question said, why do you continue to put the money? Honorable Member, there is no way that we can continue to put the money and have an effort to stop that thing. I just imagine when the minister or the national commissioner goes to the community and said, look, I've put 100 million here. You continue to kill one another. I'm putting no million, kill yourself. It can't happen. We keep putting the efforts on the matter and finding the ways they can work, including putting the resources in that particular thing. And I don't think the day will come when we say because there is crime, people kill one another, we stop having an effort of stopping that.
I am definitely not suggesting not putting money in to stop people from dying. I am saying when you assess that where you've put so much money is not assisting, the situation is just getting worse, consider taking that same money and putting it into something that will actually stop the killings across the country. Let me make an example. If you would take over 130 million, Minister, you testified that to train, fully train, one member in the special task force will cost an estimated 1.1 million. Now, if you take that 130 million and put it into training, specialized training, you could train 115 members will come out in a year, specialized training. If you do the same with the budget asked for the PKTT, invest it in that, we end up with 250 specially trained members in SEPs nationally. Now, if you send 250 specially trained to deal with these gangs, would you not think that there's perhaps a possibility that we can deal with it? That's the angle I'm coming from.
I love your